Last few bits to go in now, and then we're off. Only worry is it's pretty windy, so ferry could be a bit dodgy. So let's get the stuff in the 3D jigsaw. Yeah, there's a few white horses out there at sea, so luckily you don't get seasick, so we should be okay. I think I better put this in a different way round. Still plenty of room. Got holes in there, so only got the camera bag to go in now, and that'll be it. And then we're off on the ferry on our way to Poole. So we're just leaving our drive. Quick trip to the post box and then off to the ferry. It doesn't look too bad now, the sea.
No, it's okay.
There are less white horses than there were earlier, and at least we should get across the channel before the storm hits later.
That's what I'm hoping.
Well, that's what they say. It's meant to be at about 8 o'clock tonight, the storm.
Yeah.
What, that's this end. I'm not so sure about Poole, and we arrive at 7. So, but I've had no messages. Everything seems to be running on time, so just checking I've got my phone. I think it's fine. I was worried it was going to be a bit busy down here, but it's not too bad, is it?
I could have dropped it in the box back there, but we've got plenty of time.
Yeah, we're well away. Somebody's got a rally or two. Yeah, as we're coming on into St Sampson's, commonly known as the bridge, because when we crossed by the harbour, it actually used to be divided by water between this side of the island and the north. And this was a bridge over that body of water. Now it's a marina. They've put a sill on it. It's full of boats. There was a big campaign against doing it, but quite frankly, it looked awful before it was full of water all the time. Got shops down here. This is kind of the second commercial area on the island of Guernsey, and we're just passing the boatyard, which used to take thousands and thousands of pounds off us in repairs and maintenance for our boat when we had it before the motorhome. Motorhomes may be expensive, but I tell you, they're nowhere near as expensive as boats. So just dropping the letter off, and then we're heading for the ferry. Oh no, the post box is boarded up. There's one by the co-op over there.
Wonder why that is.
I don't know. Or at least I think there's one by the co-op over there. Now I'll tell you where there is one, by the other co-op. A bit of a pain, but it's got to go. Oh, there's one just there.
I'm not going through that lot.
You're going to cut back down this way.
Yeah.
You'll probably notice our post boxes are blue, not red. Can't find them when I go back to England these days. I'm just jumping out.
Yeah.
You going to turn round? About 20 minutes before last check-in. It's usually quite a smooth affair here in Guernsey. That is, if you haven't got a motorhome. You'll have seen the video of our trials and tribulations getting on last time. Little VW up, no bother. You can see how narrow and twisting the roads here, hence why the motorhome is not here at the moment. Other reason, of course, being it's with the dealers having all of the snagging and repair works done following our trip to Spain. Have to say the snagging items weren't too bad, but the check over after the breakdown and gearbox fire was quite essential, but we're told everything's fine. We'll find out tomorrow when we pick it up from Portsmouth. So a bit of a backlog of traffic here, some traffic lights up here, so as I say, we've got plenty of time, we're fine. It's nice and sunny now. I am concerned it's going to be a bit bumpy on the crossing though. We don't get seasick, but as a lot of people do, and the worst thing is people around you being seasick.
What do they call the boat?
Yeah, they call it the vomit comet. And it is for some, I'm afraid. I do feel sorry for people. You can actually see them turning green. Nearly back down to the seafront now. We get back onto the seafront probably about half a mile away from our house. So there's a bus shelter over there. It's got some writing on the front of it. It was used as a muster station or something like that in the Second World War by the Germans. And they recently uncovered the writing on the front of it, which you can't see from here, but it's quite interesting. We haven't pulled out in front of somebody. We've got filters here, so you filter in turn at these junctions, keeps the traffic moving. Yeah. Yeah, this is really the best cycle path in Guernsey. There are others, but this is, to be honest, the only place I'm happy cycling in Guernsey. You can see from the traffic and the narrow roads and all the pull-outs, it's quite a hazardous occupation. So, but this one's fine. A couple of areas where pedestrians and bikes are combined, but on the whole, it's a nice, clear, safe, flat run all the way into town. And there it ends when you get into town. But it's a nice cycle. All these office buildings here, these were built in the early 2000s, and I did the legal work on these, so before I retired. had something to do with all of these buildings along here, actually. And as we come into the row of cottages, and as we turn the corner, Alan's had a fair bit to do with many of the properties as well, doing all the woodwork when he had his joinery business, which makes it sound quite small, but he had a big CNC machine and some very skilled craftsmen as well. So we're coming up to Salary Corner, which is a little old harbour. Not sure you'll get much of a view of it from the camera. Oh, you can a bit. It's very pretty. We're nearly at the ferry terminal now. About time I got my passport and tickets out ready. Oh, you might see the donkey on the back of the Suzuki in front of us. They call us Guernsey donkeys. At least it's better than the Jersey version. They're called crapos. It's not good in either language. Crapo is the Jersey word, and I think also the French word for toad. Not sure which is worse. But we're donkeys. And Guernsey people can be a bit stubborn, actually. I think it's quite well named. So we're turning to the port now. This is North Beach, which is where the ferry terminal is. Minding the cyclists, they're everywhere. You can see the ferry queue now, so we have to go all the way to the end and back round on ourselves. It doesn't look too full a car park, although they must be being slow at checking because there's still quite a queue. We're 10 minutes to the last check-in. They're not overly strict on it, but you can bet your bottom dollar if it's the day that you leave it till the last minute, then that's the day they'll shut the gate. So we don't like to risk it. So we're now in the queue. Oh, nice Aston Martin. We used to have one of them. It's exactly the same model, isn't it? Vantage V8.
Might even be our old one.
You never know, it could be, because they could have changed the number plate. It's the same colour. Yeah, it was nice, wasn't it? Mm. Don't think I'd have another one, though. Not for the use it gets. Certainly not on Ireland. Think about it if we went back to England. But that's for another day. Nearly there. So we're staying at the Premier Inn, Holes Bay Road in Poole tonight. Can't pick the van up till tomorrow, so we'll stay in the Premier Inn. It's nice and clean and comfortable, stone's throw from the ferry. And then we've got about an hour's drive or so to Portsmouth in the morning to pick the van up. And from doing that, no idea how long that will take because we've got to go through various things. And then we're taking it to Winchester, where we're on the Caravan and Motorhome Club site, Morn Hill, for 2 nights, which we've been to many times before. It was refurbed last year and it's a great site, thoroughly recommend it. And Winchester's beautiful. Oh, think it's our turn? No? I'm still getting their bits. Look how windy it is even in the kiosk. All the tickets are flying around like mad.
Right. They got everything there.
It's a case of hanging on to it rather than it flying away.
Oh, good, they've grabbed somebody in customs.
Oh good, that means they won't grab us. Not that we've got anything for them to be concerned about, but...
Normally packed, but they let us go anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't like heavily packed cars. I think they just have a vision of blocking everything up, repacking it.
Trouble is they don't. They tell you to. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's put those safe. Oh, that's the door code for the reclining lounge, yeah?
Yeah.
That's the code for the recliner seats.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's your rear view mirror,
Yeah.
boarding cards.
Thank you.
And that's just for the inside your window. If you can go to lane 9, please.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you. Lane 9. Yeah, they just waved us past. That's great. That's the first empty lane. Okay, so that's us for the next
Half an hour.
or so. Catch you guys as we get on the ferry. Do you want your jacket at all
No.
going on board just as you are?
Yeah.
Okay. Nearly there.
Yeah, move on.
I bet it was irritating when you had the motorhome and you were sat there waiting.
Oh, don't bother me.
But then the beauty of it is, although you might be last on, you're first off.
Usually, yeah.
Well, with a motorhome you are, because they back you on. Nobody else was going anywhere till you did, was it?
No. Come on.
Oh, somebody not got back? Oh, yeah. They were just slow off the mark.
He was going to go around him, I think.
It looked that way. That's why I was saying, has somebody else not got back to the car?
They got children working here, look.
Yeah.
About 9.
Slow queue onto the ferry. When the motorhome got delivered and we went the other side of the fence and see it sat in there before we could get hold of it. Yeah, she was sat right where that Hyundai is now. Those are new vehicles.
Yeah.
Wow, we now have sight of the boat.
Oh, he looks happy in his work.
He does, doesn't he? There didn't seem to be much freight going today. Although it's the clipper, isn't it, when you get more of the...
Yeah, they take the bigger stuff
Yeah.
usually, yeah.
Yeah. Condor Liberation. They're buying another boat, aren't they?
I don't know.
I think the States are buying a boat and then they're going to be leasing it back to Condor. Oh, that looks a bit harsh for us. No wonder you had trouble with the motorhome, Alan.
Yeah.
Oh, I do dislike this ramp. Are they still moving them forward?
Slowly.
Nearly full up, so he wants us on the inside. It's alright, they point you there and then they... Yeah. Don't forget your phone, Alan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, let's find this thing. Put two at the end, Alan.
Right.
Actually, I'll just... Hi, as you see, we made it. We're now in Winchester. It's absolutely tipping it down, but we made it. You've seen our trip on the ferry, but only getting onto it. If you want to see the second part, those of you might be interested in what it's like to use Condor Ferries, if you're thinking of coming across to Guernsey, and please do, because there's some good sights on Guernsey. It's a really nice place to take a motorhome. You just have to watch which roads you use. But there's plenty of alternatives for transport when you're there. But if you are interested, part 2 will show you what the food's like on board and what you're likely to see, nice duty-free shop, all that sort of thing, and then coming off in Poole. So we're going to do that in the next day or so. Sorry we haven't done an update video today. Our handover took all of our attention and quite a lot of time, and then we had to get back here, unpack, and eventually pour the wine. So if you liked, as always, if you do, please tick the like and please subscribe. Thanks for watching.